Okay, so today I want to share with you the 3 biggest mistakes I made after I had my first child. And I want to share these to make sure that anyone that's going through a weight loss journey or a postpartum journey doesn't make these mistakes either. So let's keep watching. So if you guys don't know me, I am Dolke. I'm an online fitness coach and I have helped transform hundreds of thousands of women's bodies from the comfort of their own homes. And we love doing this to make things easy, fit around our lifestyle, especially for busy working women or mamas at home. And as I said, I did not make this mistake once I had my second son, Ezra. Thankfully, because I've learned from the first journey and built up this 3M method, I was able to drop weight faster and still breastfeed with my second son. And honestly, I'm so happy with my results. So I want to share these top tips with you and my 3M method. So mistake number 1 that I made when I had Eva, my little angel, was I tried to eat too little. Now, this probably goes back to the mindset. This probably actually goes back to the mindset that I used to have before I got into health and fitness, which I had this theory of believing that the less calories you ate, the more weight you would lose. And I think maybe I just believed that the rules didn't apply when I was postpartum. There was a lot of things that come into it anyway, you know, like sleep deprivation and confused what you should eat, and I was breastfeeding. And I wasn't losing the weight when I breastfed. So my thing was just, if I eat less, then I'll lose weight. Obviously, I had to be careful with the quote unquote eat less because I had to still fuel my body. I had to still fuel my body with the right nutrients, but I just got into this habit of thinking that I could basically eat what I was eating prior, so before I got pregnant, and not quite understanding that my body needed to eat a lot more calories to especially breastfeed my daughter. And alongside that, one of the things that I ended up doing was craving sugar so much. I had this absolute obsession in the middle of the night when I would breastfeed Eva at like 2 a.m, which was eating a dairy milk crunchy bar. It was delightful and I would do that very often, but I quickly realized that because my body wasn't balancing the right macros and eating enough protein, this is why I was constantly hungry, I had low energy, and I just had insane cravings all the time. Mistake number 2, which I think so many of us make, and this is definitely something that I brought into my coaching program, was I just really thought that I just had to go in hard with the cardio. I thought that all I had to focus on was just intense HIIT workouts, doing obviously my workouts that I had created, but I just felt that that's all I had to focus on. Yeah, no, Holly, that was not what I had to do, because again, all that did was drain my body. And honestly, it just made me dread doing my workouts. So again, if this is something that you're doing, it's a big no-no. You don't just need to go hard on the cardio, you need to do a variation of different workouts, and you don't need to spend hours doing it either. And I think the 3rd biggest mistake that I made, and I've spoken about this before in my body image struggle video, was comparing my journey to other people's, especially the postpartum one. I would see so many different women going through different journeys, but I'd see them bounce back quicker, and it would kind of make me feel bad about myself, thinking, well, why aren't I bouncing back as fast? And it wasn't until I started to do my own research into it where I realized that, again, if anyone's going through this, I gained weight when I breastfed. When I gave birth, I lost a lot of weight instantly, and it just all came back within like the first 4 or 5 months because my body just wanted to hold on to the calories when I breastfed. So when I kind of let go of this mindset of just trying to be perfect and listening to the negative comments online, it did really put me at ease so much more, and it made me realize that I can't rush this process. Like, I just created a human being and I am providing nutrients for her. I really just need to give myself some grace during this time. And I think once I shifted that and I stopped going online and comparing with people, it made me feel so much better. And a little side tip, I did actually have to mute a few people because it made me feel bad, and it was the best thing I did. Sorry, I do follow you all again now, but I just had to mute you during the time. But honestly, I feel like when I went through this postpartum journey and understanding about my body image struggles so much more, this is why I ended up creating the coaching program and the 3M method, which is where I coach you personally, but we all focus on the 3Ms, which is movement, mindset, and macros. Once those 3 things were combined and I went through this journey myself and I started using it on other people, everything simply transformed. And I was so proud of my transformation from pregnancy 1 that when I entered into the pregnancy postpartum stage of having my second, Ezzy, I was not even concerned about it in the slightest, because I was just like, again, create a human being, I'm amazing, Now I just need to do my 3M method and I'll get the results when they're ready to get the results. And I'm super proud with my experience and my journey through this. And I think so many of my clients would agree with this too. I have had so many amazing moms, especially come into the program when they've been around. It's funny, we actually all have children around the same age, but they've always come to me around like the 1 year mark, maybe 1.5. And some earlier, but they are really happy when they get this 3M method because it just puts things into simple terms. And they are all guilty of doing the same mistakes that I did because it's really easy to fall back into old habits, especially when we are feeling so much change in our body. So if you want to avoid these mistakes, the first thing I would do is stop comparing yourself to other people. You don't need to do that. You are you, you are unique, and your journey is your journey. The second thing is not doing crazy cardio. You don't need to do it. Focus on doing cardio 2-3 times a week, get your steps up, and do nice short home workouts. And the third tip that I would suggest doing is making sure that you are upping your protein and you're eating balanced macros. Do not skip meals, do not cut calories, and do not just put empty calories in your bodies just to think that you're getting something. It doesn't help your body. So if you are looking for someone to take you through my 3M method, I would love to be that person to help you personally. I will coach you during the whole way. If this is something that you are interested in, you can check out the link just below this video where you'll go through and you will get a free call to me. We can talk about your goals, your journey, what you've tried, what hasn't worked for you, and I will be there with you 100 steps of the way. As I said, this hasn't just helped me, this has helped so many women through this weight loss journey, and I would love to be the person to help you. But guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, please make sure that you let me know in the comment section below. And please also don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel because it really does help. And I'll see you guys all next week with another video. Ciao, ciao. Do you like that I'm trying to speak Portuguese now? Falo um pouco português agora.